Assalamu alaikum. Fun fact about me, as a part of my role serving with the charity Islamic Family, I helped make the Canadian prayer rug, a rug inspired by the Muslim experience in Canada. I also helped make the matching socks, which you can see here. Now, I just want to do a little bit of engagement, so put your hand up if you think we can do a better job tackling poverty. Now, stand up if you think tech can make things better. And last, if you think our faith has solutions to poverty, despair, and isolation, takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
You can sit. Thank you. At Islamic Family, we run one of the largest food banks in Canada. A few years back, we took the time to sit and listen to people who used our food bank. I won't forget what one sister said. She said that she really appreciated the food, but what she really wanted was someone to take the time to get to know her. In our zeal to do better, we can unwittingly scale the wrong things. A bigger, faster food bank is not necessarily a better service with higher impact. Today, we're going to talk about problems that seem too big to solve. A transformative shift happening in social services right now, and how we can reimagine dysfunctional systems in new ways that are centered on people and impact. Imagine you're a social worker. Maybe you switched careers because you were tired of your work in tech and wanted to make a difference. You're sitting in this cramped office behind a blurry screen. You smell stale coffee. You can hear in the office next to you that there's a complainer. You're trying to tune it all out. Sarah, a mother of 3 who's desperately trying to flee abuse, has come to you looking for support. She took 3 buses and waited almost an hour to talk to you. You can see from the look in her eyes that she wants to break down in tears. You'd like nothing more than to close your laptop, offer her tea, and try and build her trust. You know that's what she needs in this moment more than anything. But the bureaucracy and the sheer volume of people waiting means you have to ask her question after question. You have to stick to a script. Sarah, how much money do you have left in your account? Sarah, what's the nature of the abuse? Sarah, have you contemplated suicide? After 30 minutes, you realize Sarah doesn't qualify for your program, and you have to send her somewhere else. You don't know if she'll go. You wonder why you stay in your job. After Sarah leaves, you have to spend another half hour reliving the ordeal, writing down notes in a bloated, outdated system that managed to make an already dismal situation even worse. You curse the software, the reporting, and the whole oppressive system. We make people who need help tell their story again and again. We re-traumatize them when they're at their lowest moment. Our systems are designed to filter people out by their level of desperation. We turn people who want to help, people whose mission is to care, into bouncers. We prioritize reports over relief. Social workers spend almost half their time, collecting data for funders who will never use it to justify work they've long completed. Funders and frontline workers know things are broken. Nobody wants the system we have. One thing that we all agree on is that we don't have good data. But data isn't the problem. It's how we collect data and who we collect it for. Data collection today is centered on organizational egos and funders, not mercy, not the heart. This misalignment between systems, helpers, and those in need means workers burn out. Countless hours are wasted. Billions are misspent. We can't make informed decisions. And worse, the people most in need of help fall deeper through the cracks. What a tragedy. At Islamic Family, we've used Rahmatech to change this, to move from being bouncers to being guides. Instead of data collection being retroactive and funder-focused, we made it interactive and people-centered. Imagine you're sitting with Sarah again, only this time you're at a local coffee shop. Instead of staring at the back of your laptop, you're sitting next to each other and working from your phone. Each question you ask helps you identify options. Sarah, how much are you spending on rent? What's your monthly income? Oh, I see that you're spending more than 40% of what you make on rent. Should one of our goals today be getting you an affordable housing? Great, let's apply today. I'm also going to follow up with some videos that I'll share via WhatsApp that can help us find other ways we can work together. The point of social work is not protecting programs from abuse. It's helping people find what they need. Rahma Tech can help us reimagine out-of-date and antagonistic practices in new ways. You don't have to imagine this. We built it. We built it within a Muslim charity. It's called Transform, and it's in use today by multiple paying agencies, and it's changing lives. At its core, Transform is about putting zakat, which can be best translated as economic justice, into practice through data justice. Data justice is about equity, about putting people in charge of owning their data. It's about empathy, which is focusing on design and using UX to maximize impact. And it's about engagement, about building relationships rather than just transacting with people. Here's 5 examples of what that looks like. 1, we use UX to make intake and welcoming dramatically better. We put care and attention to the user experience so that we can reduce trauma. We remove friction and we strive to create delight. Why isn't delight a term we use when talking about software for social workers? We also turn data collection from a chore to a win. Data can reduce someone to a number, or it can remind us of their humanity. Jacob isn't client number X. He's a father of 3 and a renal surgeon. Number 2, we use data to motivate our team. Frontline workers are awarded with badges that validate their accomplishments. Have you helped 10 people avoid eviction? Let's give you an eviction prevention badge that you can put on your profile. Number 3, we recognize that exceptions are the norm when dealing with vulnerable populations. Making phone number a mandatory field makes sense when you're selling stocks. But if you're serving someone who's between phones, it's a data trap that can cause erroneous data to be entered and limit the ways you're able to help. Number 4, reporting is one of the biggest banes of most social workers' lives. We automate reporting output so that time can be better spent. And number 5, we use omni-channel communication to meet people in the language, medium, and platform of their choice. This opens up new possibilities. We're not limited by the amount of information you can share in a single meeting. We can share opportunities anytime. Messaging is one of the most powerful tools for helping people. The largest study ever done on suicide prevention found that simple intermittent text messages from a social worker were the most effective suicide deterrent by far. You can send a WhatsApp message to Sarah about a new program and have it instantly translated into a voice note in Punjabi. She can respond back to you in her language. And at the same time, the same message is also sent to Alia, but it gets to her as a Facebook message in Arabic and to Funky in Yoruba. All of the messages, regardless of where they're from, Facebook, WhatsApp, text, all land in one inbox. And you can automate enrollment based on data you've already collected. These are just a few of the ways social workers regain their humanity and unlock their superpowers. This is what users have said about Transform. It's easy to navigate and more efficient. It's the first time that the tools I use align with the trauma-informed approach I learned about in school. Transform has allowed us to correct the balance, to put relief over reports. There's a huge opportunity for Muslims to not just make tech to serve the Muslim community, but to use our lived experience and faith to reimagine and build new ways of working, to reimagine society in a compassionate, Rahmah-centered, tech-forward way. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, told us that removing harm from the path is charity. What systems, software, outmoded paradigms, and wrong-headed centeredness are causing harm? And how can we remove them from people's path through design, innovation, and empathy? Interested, excited, you can help us find two things. Investors who prioritize social impact and want to help us scale and change lives, and embracers, organizations who want to use Transform to improve the way they serve, connect, and report. Thank you. Please come talk to me about Rafa Tech, Sauce, and Sign Up.